Alright, what is going on, guys? My name is Fox, and we're back to how to create so-and-so deck. And this time we're going to make an Ojama deck. First off, what you want to do is go ahead and go to edit recipe, go to character. I believe it is one of the below ones. Where is it? Where is he? Where is he or she? I forgot. Oh, here we go. You go Ilta, I guess. She's got a bunch of Ojamas. Right here, you can pretty much take the base deck from her and then fix it up how you want. Pretty much fix it up how you want. Of course, you're gonna see a couple cards that I don't have in my deck, such as the Defender of the Forest. You're gonna see Honest and Obelisk. I personally wouldn't put Obelisk in the deck, but that's fine. There's Honest. I guess Honest is sometimes useful, but I wouldn't put Honest in just because I didn't want to. Everything else is pretty much almost exactly the same, I think, besides two transformings. Let's see what else. Future fusions there, that's there, that's there, that's there. I have 3 Ojama Kings and I have 3 Ojama Knights, I believe. So pretty much, let's go to it. Let's start this out. The main card in this deck is Ojama Blue. You need Ojama Blue. Do not, try to play Ojamas without Ojama Blue. Pretty much, when this card dies by battle, you want this card to die by battle, pretty much. And you get 2 Ojama cards from your deck into your hand. Any 2 you want. So let's say you want Ojama Country, you can get that. Want Ojama Delta Hurricane, you can get that. Ojama Magic, get that. Anything with Ojama in it, you can get. You can even get Ojama Trio right here. You can get that too. I just usually don't get that. What usually I do is when Ojama Blue dies, I get Ojama Country and I get Ojama Magic. What happens is I play down Ojama Country, activate Ojama Country's effect, throw Ojama Magic into the graveyard and get back Ojama Blue. What happens is Blue's back, so if he dies again, I can get 2 more cards that I want. Also, when Ojama Magic, sorry, not Country, Ojama Magic goes into the graveyard, you can get Ojama Green, Ojama Yellow, and Ojama Black to your hand from your deck. But you have to make sure you have those 3 cards in your deck. If one of them is missing or not in your deck, like you have 1 green, 1 blue, but you have 0 yellows in your deck, this effect won't work. You have to make sure you have those 3. That's why I only have 2 Ojama Magics cards in my deck. Having 3 is too risky because sometimes you'll just draw it and you won't be able to use it. You'll just throw it away and that's it. You won't have its effect. Delta Hurricane's good. I was thinking about putting 3, but I ended up with 2 because that's pretty much what I need to kill someone is 2 Delta Hurricanes. You don't really need a 3rd one. Ojama Country, obviously you should have 3 of these. This is another main card that you need for the Ojama, so you can switch the attack and the defense. What's good about this is this actually helps against monsters with low defense. Pretty much if you're fighting someone with zombie decks, they're gonna die pretty easily. Black Wings have low defense too, etc, etc. Mystical Space Typhoon, obviously, needed. I don't have to, explain why these cards should be in it. Lightning Vortex, just because you can also throw 1 card away, and you can throw Ojama Magic away. If you don't want it, you can put a trap card, I guess, because there's not that many trap cards I have. Heavy Storm, self-explanatory. Phoenix Wing Blast, discard 1 card. Again, you can discard Ojama Magic and, target 1 card. You can do that. Okay, now Ojama Trio. Some people don't actually like this, but I personally am trying to do the Ojama Trio and then Super Polymerization. What this does pretty much is I use Ojama Trio, and then on their side of the field, all 3 Ojamas are on the field, right? You activate Super Polymerization, you can actually take the 3 Ojamas from their side of the field and summon Ojama King on your side of the field. They will also take life points damage because they have been killed. So they'll take 300 for each one that's killed, so that's 900 life points damage, and you'll summon Ojama King onto the field. So that's very useful sometimes. I only have 1 transforming because I had 2 before, but it wasn't working out. I kept drawing too many transformings and it wasn't working out, so I kicked 1 to the curb. I have Pada Argrice because you do actually throw a lot of monsters in the graveyard sometimes. That's why I have Shiny Angel and Sagan. I'll get to that later on. Polymerization, you really want to have polymerizations out. I think Elita only had like 2 or 1 or something like that. I went go ahead and put all 3 because I think it's needed. I personally think it's needed. Alright, blue we talked about. Red, obviously I have 2 red just to go with the combo with the Ojama Delta Hurricane. You summon red and you can summon 4 Ojama monsters from your hand to attack position. So let's say you after you're done using Ojama magic, you can go ahead and get yellow, black, and green, then activate Ojama Delta Hurricane and pretty much whoop the entire field on their side is dead. Unless they have like Dark Bribe or something like that, or Solomon's Judgment, then they could stop it. That's the only way they could stop it, but I hardly see anyone stopping my spell cards. Hardly. Alright, Sagan, just so I can get Ojama Blue in my hand, since you really need them. Shiny Angel, same thing. You want Ojama Blue from your. Pretty much you throw them in a face up and attack, so that's kind of dangerous sometimes because it's gonna be 0. But sometimes it's worth the life points lost, like I usually do. Snipe Hunter, just in case, you never know. Sometimes for the Ojama magic, I had used it once or twice, but it's not really needed. If you really don't want Snipe Hunter, you can get rid of them. Get rid of them and put something else you need. Book of Moon, it saved me once, but it's that you could switch it with something else. Do I have swords in here? No, I don't. You can switch it with swords. There you go. There's a card you can switch it with. If you don't want Book of Moon, switch it with swords I really like. There you go. And Future Fusion, obviously, get Ojama King out. Pretty self-explanatory. Ojama Black for the, Ojama Black, Ojama Green, and Ojama Yellow. Same thing. You're gonna want them for Ojama Delta Hurricane, and they're, key part of the Ojama deck, so you're gonna need them. Ojama King and Ojama Knight actually work pretty good. If you have an Ojama King and Ojama Knight and they have nothing on their side of the field, you can actually block them from summoning anything on their side of the field. So they can't do anything pretty much besides play magic and trap cards and hope for Ojama King or Ojama Knight is actually defeated. Which is going to be hard because your attack and defense is switched. Should be switched. It should be switched. But yeah. Even if it's not switched and they have nothing on their side of the field, just throw it down so you can stall. Just stall it with that 0 attack. Alright. Let's see, what other cards can you put? I forgot what's that one card with the Ojamas on it. I think it's like Solitary or something like that. Solitude, something like that. It's pretty much when you have one card in the graveyard that's, self-printed, all, other monsters or something getting attack, whatever. That's all in dandy, but I mean, that's kind of risky because what if you have too many of that card in the graveyard? Let's say I, special summon, let's see, I do Future Fusion, and I, also Polymerization from my hand, Ojama King, so there goes yellows and greens and blacks, right? So that's 2 of them, and I play that card, I just grab it, I draw it next turn. I can't do anything with it. It's just sitting in my hand because I have 2 of the same card. That's why I don't play it. That's why I don't play it. I mean, I guess it can work with the cards that I have, like 1, like Sagan and Snipe Hunter and stuff like that. Or if I get Shining Angel only, 1 card of that type. But I mean, it's kind of risky. I don't like playing that risk game. Let's see. This deck is pretty fun to play with. It's low tier, so don't expect to win that much. The flaws in this deck is if you cannot special summon, you're going to be in kind of trouble. You might be in trouble depending on what he has, pretty much. Because if you can't special summon yellow, green, and black, they might die when they are summoned. And if you can't, summon from your graveyard, and instead they're removed from play and you can't use Ojama Country's effect, you're also in a big doo-doo. Can't play any spell cards, you're in big trouble. You're like in huge trouble because look, you only have 3 traps, everything else is magic, and then all you got is Ojamas. If you can't play Ojama Country down and you can't play down any spells or anything, you're screwed. You're screwed. It's over. It's pretty much a good game. You should just quit. You should just quit. Just end your turn. Just end your turn. Just it's over. It's over for you. There's nothing you can do. On the plus side, though, let's see. If they have Ojamas, then I guess you can use their Ojama country against them. But I haven't really, faced another Ojama person. You can also use their Ojamas against them with super polymerization as well. So you can do that. What else could you do if you had advantage? I guess that's mainly about it. That's about it that you can take advantage of them for having Ojamas as well. I guess, let's see, decks they're really good at. With decks with low defense, pretty much. Blackwing, I guess they're a little bit good at that, but it's kind of hard because Blackwing has a huge come factor even without, even with low defense. Even with low defense, they still have huge comeback factor. So I can't really say Blackwing. Zombie, they're good at Zombie. I already faced Zombie and they got totally wrecked. They got wrecked, so it's really good against Zombie. If some person's playing a Zombie deck, then and they're talking all this shit about you or whatever, that your deck sucks, throw them a good old Ojama deck at them, and you can make fun of them that you beat them with monsters with panties on with 0 attack. That's a good way to make fun of them. I personally think so. Shut up! Alright guys, so I guess that's it for me. When we come back, we will do another deck, but first, before we go, I wanted to say that if you guys got any deck suggestions, let me know. I will play them, and I will also showcase them in this video. Just let me know which deck you want to see. Make sure the deck, once again, make sure the deck is actually in the game. Okay, because some guy already suggested me another deck that's not in the game. Make sure it's in the game, alright, before I start looking. Because I waste like 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes I could have, started making half of the deck in 15 minutes. I could have made that half of the deck. And then another 15 minutes I finished the deck, and then another 30 minutes I could be testing it out. But, make sure it's in the deck, like I said. Make sure it's in the deck. Make sure it's in the game. Make sure it's in the deck. I don't know what I'm thinking, guys. So, we'll be back in a little bit, guys. See ya.